A lot of people don't realize just how good minor league baseball pennants can be. You're going to want to check out these sales. Welcome in, everyone. I'm going to take you through 10 sales, mostly eBay. There are a couple Etsy sales and one district one-stop shop sale as well. First, started off with a little eBay sale. I'll show it up here so you get a better look at it. This is a vintage 1970 Bay Area Seals NHL hockey pin. This is a very short-lived team name. I think only like 2 games. So pretty rare style button. I have these in some quantity, so I did take an offer a fair amount below my asking price, but happy to move them. I sold this guy for $25 plus shipping. Little porcelain guy here. I'm going to show it close up because it's going to be hard to get a good image of this, but this is a little golf themed porcelain Foley China 1920s, like mini vase, I guess you would call this. This was in a decent group of like porcelain sports figural items that I had in my warehouse from a large pallet buy in the past. This little guy sold for $79.99 plus shipping. Another eBay sale. So we have a 1939 Syracuse versus Cornell University football program. Great cover with like a high wheel bicycle graphic on there. I love selling vintage programs. Very easy to ship. Some sell for great money. This one sold decent, $35 plus shipping. But again, can't be an easier item to ship than this. I buy cardboard flats, I think from Supply Hut, that I just put this between 2 of them, pop in a bubble mailer, off it goes. I used to like save every big box I could find, cut it up for the cardboard. That added a lot of time cutting up boxes. Sometimes those boxes are not the greatest, like Amazon boxes. They bend pretty easily, so they're not as rigid to provide good support for vintage paper. But the cardboard flats that are made for that purpose do great. So again, $35 plus shipping. This was in an Etsy sale. I bought this on District. I believe it was one of the one-stop shop raid trains. I'm going to throw a little image up here of a one-stop shop. District is another app similar to Whatnot. It has a little bit more versatility than Whatnot. But I tell people it's a combination of Whatnot, eBay, and Discord. A pretty cool chat function. There's auctions, there's raid trains, there's like buy it nows. Very cool app. One Stop Shop is the app run by the Reseller Information Network. I sell on there. And again, I picked this up in one of the raid trains. This is a corduroy UMass vintage snapback hat. This hat sold for $59.99 free shipping. Corduroy hats, especially college corduroy hats, can do great. And speaking of District, this was a District sale. So here we have a 1970s Detroit Pistons full-size 29-inch pennant. You'll see there's a little felt loss in the corner. But this sold on the one-stop shop in the marketplace. This pennant sold for $19.99 free shipping. Again, we'll ship out lightly rolled. eBay sale here. I love selling early Spalding guides. This is a 1926 baseball Spalding guide, packed with photos and details on baseball during that year. A lot of MLB teams imaged in here, including the New York Yankees. So you have images of Lou Gehrig here and then Babe Ruth right here. So these sell even better than normal when they fall in that range where you have great athletes pictured in them. Ruth, if you get a little earlier one with Cobb. Actually, Cobb is, I'm sure, in this one as well. But these sell great. And there's also, in addition to those kind of images, there's always going to be like advertising for equipment in the back. So I have a resource up on my shelf of a bunch of Spalding football guides that I use when I'm selling antique football equipment. It's great to be able to picture the equipment in the catalog. You get the image of the item. You get the price, what it was being sold for back in 1926 or earlier, depending on the year of the catalog. So great resource to have. This one sold for $100 plus shipping. We have another piece of porcelain. Here we have a 1909 University of Illinois porcelain Beerstein mug. I love this style that has this like Elkhorn style handle. Obviously, it's porcelain, but it's made to look like it's a horn. So great early gold gilding on the rim. Nice early mug. This mug sold for $99.99 plus shipping. This mug came in a large group of porcelain that I picked up with a local auction to me. So very cool piece there. All right. And then, as I mentioned in the intro, minor league baseball pennants can do very well, and some can surprise you. The next one's going to be a stronger sale, but this is a pretty good sale. So we have a Memphis Redbirds 1998 dated in the corner, 29-inch felt pennant. Again, not super old. It is vintage. Obviously, before 2003 would be vintage. But this pennant, despite being 1998, so not super old, sold for $31.49 plus shipping. Here's a better minor league pennant. So we have the Helena Phillies of Montana. If I'm pronouncing Helena wrong, I think it's Helena. Could be Helena. I don't know. But this is a very short-lived team. I think 1978 to 1983. I could not find another pennant for this team. I searched WorthPoint, eBay, Google. Could not find this pennant anywhere. That always makes listing the item pretty challenging, right? I mean, if you can't find a comp, how do you price it? This was a pennant that I showed on the Ken versus 10 episode that I was on with Ken SSK promo on his YouTube channel, where we each listed 10 pennants from our death pile in a competition. This was one of those 10. This was one of the ones that sold in the competition. Again, when you don't know a comp, when you can't find it, challenging the price. I felt I was pretty strong on a price. I think I listed it at $149.99. Accepted an offer at $134.99 plus shipping. So nice sale there. This is an unusual pennant that, despite it being from the 70s, usually 70s pennants are going to be a little more rigid, a thinner felt, more rigid. This is a softer, earlier style pennant, but again, just a very rare one. And lastly, as usual, I'm going to wrap it up with a baseball bat sale. So here we have a more modern bat, 1996 All-Star Game, Veterans Stadium, laser engraved Rawlings bat. This was like a limited edition bat. I think they made 1,996 of them to coincide with the year. I think this is number 166. This is a little more modern than I like to sell bats. I typically sell 1960s and prior, but it came in a large bat buy. Happy to move all my inventory. This is not a super strong seller, but sold for $35 plus shipping. Seller did pay for priority mail shipping. We'll ship in a triangular priority tube. So that wraps up my 10 sales. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.